I think it's an interesting topic. Now we're a quarter of the way through the season to discuss 5 things we've learned about the Premier League so far. I think we have a title race, lads. That's the first one that I want to talk about. Of course, I'm going to include Manchester City in that. Arsenal and Liverpool.
Are Liverpool still in the title race?
Yeah.
Liverpool.
They're third. They're third, but they're definitely in it.
If you were to put a percentage, I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but realistically, I'd say Arsenal are probably 50% likely to win the league.
Liverpool 1 in 10. 2 in 10?
1 in 10. 1 in 10 is 10% chance of winning the league.
15% chance, yeah. It's not zero.
Behind.
They're 8 points behind, but they've lost 5 out of 11 games.
No, that's what I'm with you. I'm like...
No, 8 points I don't think is a lot. 8 points isn't a big swing at all. It's the 5 defeats out of 11 games that I think is the more
But they don't
powerful.
play Man City every week. I'm not trying to big up Man City.
They've conceded treble the amount of
they
goals
don't play.
as Arsenal.
They're not losing
Double
to Man
the amount
City.
of goals as City.
They've lost to Chelsea. They've lost
The Real
to
Madrid
Crystal
thing
Palace.
was a big turnaround. I think they can pick up. Can they pick up, be unbeaten in 6 games, couple of draws, 4 wins in a row?
I'm
They can do that.
I'm inclined to agree with you. I'm inclined to say that Liverpool can win the league, but it would be possibly the best.
No. But I think you're looking at it like this. Can they catch Arsenal? Which is possible. But will Arsenal and City collapse enough to allow them to win the league? I don't think.
But City aren't that far in front.
I think City are the favourites.
For the what?
For the league.
No,
They're 4 points behind Arsenal, who haven't done it. They've got the experience. They've got the experienced manager. They've got the best striker in the league.
They
who's
don't have
scoring all the goals.
No. Is it fair to say this?
Arsenal don't have one player that have won the league.
Is this a fair comment? The Premier League title is always won by the best team and the best squad. If you have the best team and the best squad, you probably win the league.
Usually.
So Arsenal have the best team. They also have the best squad.
Look, I think Arsenal right now have had the best defence. They're the best team in the league, right?
Best squad in the league.
Fair. Some would have been saying Liverpool at the start of the season, by the way. But Manchester City it's a little bit of an unknown. It's a very new team that are starting to click together.
They've also lost 3 games. Man City have lost 3,
The one against Villa, I think, was a bit of an anomaly. I think maybe before that you can talk. But this is a team that have clicked. And in 10 games' time, 20, what will they look like?
What, you think Shirky elevates, gets more familiar?
Shirky's
Doku
back.
goes from strength to strength.
Doku's looking like one of the best. I think he has that in him. He needs the consistency. But the level that he was at against Liverpool was fantastic.
I don't know if Arsenal
We've seen
have
how
got a better
Vinicius
squad.
struggled against Conor Bradley.
They have a better
I
squad.
don't know if they do. I
Buvey,
think
they have
there's
2
enough of a
players
spread
per
in the
position.
starting 11. I think you're looking at someone like Marmoush coming off the bench, Savino comes off the bench, Oscar Bob comes off the bench. Arsenal haven't got these attacking options. They've got better defensive options.
They do.
John Stones on the bench against Liverpool.
No, they do.
Right.
Buvey, come on, hang on. Let's do it.
It's a lot
I'd say
closer than you think it is.
Arsenal
It's a lot
actually
closer.
have
Kujanov's on the bench. Kujanov. He's
Arsenal
brilliant.
have two.
Ike
Arsenal have 2 top-class players
They've
per
got
position.
slightly more defensive cover, but Marmoush. Arsenal don't have a
Ben White
Marmoush level
doesn't get in their
talent
team.
Who?
Lewis Skelly
Yeah.
doesn't get in their team.
I agree with you
Kepa
about that.
Arrizabalaga doesn't get in their team.
We got Marmoush, who's one of the best players in the Bundesliga last season, coming off the bench. Oscar Bob, Savino.
Odegaard's
They
not
don't
in their
have
team
that.
at the moment. Kai Havertz not in their team at the
I
moment.
think
Gabriel
City's
Jesus
squad is a
not in
lot
their team at
closer
the
than
moment.
you're thinking.
Martinelli
A lot closer.
doesn't start for them, in my opinion. I think Trossard's a better player.
John Stones
Not
on
no
the
matter
bench.
way.
Kujanov's on the bench. I mean, you got James Trafford, England's best young keeper, on the bench. That's an unbelievable squad.
Arsenal's
Still,
squad
it's
better
not.
right now,
It's
but I
getting a
think
lot
you
better.
look at City's squad a little bit different.
Your
better.
midfield isn't anywhere near as good as their midfield. Anywhere near.
Rodri's to come back as well. Nico's on a different planet at the moment compared to where he was last season.
He's
He's
not
not better than Declan Rice.
He's not on a different planet compared to the Arsenal. Let's do a comparison. So Arsenal's 3 starting midfielders. Zubimendi would start for City. Declan Rice would start for City.
Yeah.
Eberechi possibly
Then
would.
Haaland starts for Arsenal. Doku starts for Arsenal right now over Trossard for me, on current form, 100%.
It's hard to argue with that off the back of what we've seen.
Donnaruma's
but-
better than David Raya. All I'm saying, what you're saying is right, but all I'm saying is, where you're wrong about it is City are a lot closer to Arsenal than what you're saying.
What was the score? 1-1 with a late Arsenal goal in the last.
Yeah, 1-1. City are a better team
and
now.
that was City that hadn't clicked yet.
City are a better team now. But ultimately, I feel like Arsenal are leaps and bounds above City in terms of...
City are scoring more goals.
defensive
Arsenal are
cover.
keeping more out.
Yeah. Also,
Where are the attacking options?
Also, Mikel
They haven't got
Arteta's
Marmoush
been
up
waiting
there.
for this moment. Mikel Arteta has been waiting for this moment. He's been waiting to get himself into a situation where he has a better team than Pep Guardiola. Last season was different because last season they went to head-to-head, but Liverpool finished above both of them. Arsenal did finish above City last year. But most of the time, when those two go head-to-head, City come out.
When they come to the Etihad, what happens later in the season? They park the bus, they go for a draw. Their mentality is still the
Do
same.
they get the draw, though?
No.
I think City will
That's
smash
how you
Arsenal.
decides the league title. Erling Haaland.
City smash Arsenal if we played today, 100%. And that says everything.
Why do you say it like that?
I think the way the City
I
side are
challenge
playing-
you to prove that.
There
I don't believe
are
it.
two brands of football. The brand of football is attacking and defensive. That's how I see it. And Arsenal are a better defensive unit. But you win Premier Leagues by being the best side on the ball and scoring more goals. I think the City side will end up scoring more goals than Arsenal. Better number 9. Phil Foden's
Isn't
on
the old
form.
adage that you win titles by defending your way to them? Defenses win
By the
leagues.
way, their goal difference is exactly the same.
Exactly.
Defenses win leagues.
Their goal difference is exactly the same. City have scored 3 more. Arsenal
City's
have
defense isn't that far off.
3 more out.
Yeah. So quite often the team that concedes the least.
But it's not that much of a difference, really.
Plus,
you know
you're
what
good
I mean?
defensively if you keep the ball. Keeping the ball is a form of defense.
They've only
Arsenal
conceded 8
better off
goals
the
in
ball.
11. Erling Haaland decides the league, in my opinion.
Go on.
And
What do you mean? Would you go
like,
on?
if he stays fit, they win the league. The only world where I don't think Man City win the league is if Erling Haaland gets injured.
Would you say the same about Arsenal though? So, say for example, Declan Rice got injured, William Saliba.
I think,
got
like you said, they probably have a better squad to deal with their best player being out. But I just think this Erling Haaland that you're looking at right now is the best he's ever been, and he's looking like a leader as well. Like he's going to drag this team with him.
I think people are very harsh on City though. You know when you call them the Erling Haaland team, and we say it
I'm
in a
not doing
negative
that
way.
in a
No, not
negative
you,
way.
not
No,
you.
no,
Sorry,
you're not.
I'm almost changing the point here. I kind of agree with a lot of what you said. I disagree with some of it. But when people talk about Man City and they go, "Oh, the Erling Haaland team," you're like, you can't really have a pop at a team that sign a centre forward. That centre forward scores goals, and then you go, "Well, you're too reliant on the centre forward."
Chelsea with the Drogba team in Munich.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, you rely on your best players. It's not a
That's how
weird
it
thing,
works.
is it?
Argentina with a Maradona team once upon a
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Or the Messi team, whatever.
Yeah, you rely on your best players.
And plus, a third of the goals against Liverpool, 3, could have been 4, 5 or 6. Only a third of them came from Erling Haaland. Doku's getting goals.
Before that,
Nico's
though, I think
getting
he had
goals.
scored like
Yeah,
every...
it was stupid. It was stupid.
It was Erling Haaland scored 14,
Yeah.
and the closest was 1, like in the team.
Yeah.
But Foden's added a brace midweek against Dortmund as well. So the numbers are they're coming up the table. 100%.
Rory, how does this make you feel? City will be top of the league by Christmas.
It makes me feel joyous. I will be
But
rocking
do you
around.
agree
I
with
will
that?
be rocking around that Christmas tree, if that's true.
too early for
I
that?
disagree with you, but I hope
think-
you're correct.
I think that happens.
Hang on a minute. I feel like
If you're
can I just say,
Arsenal,
are
you can
all
hear the
going-
hooves coming, you know.
Are you
Rory.
going a
3
bit
years.
mad?
It's
Are you
10 games in.
You're going mad. Arsenal have dropped points for the first time in ages. They were on the cusp of breaking a record that has
10
stood from
games in.
1903. They
10
concede 2 goals at Sunderland. Very difficult place to go. They get, in my opinion, a good point.
Sunderland ain't difficult for everyone.
Sunderland's a difficult place to go.
Clean sheets.
You were at home.
to go,
You were at
mate,
home.
Stadium and Light in November
for a
under
win.
the lights is intense. It's an intense game. They've gone and they've got a good point there. They've come very close to breaking a record that has stood since 1903. In 1903, by the way, they played in South London. That's how long that record has stood. They nearly broke it. And off the back of one draw, everyone goes, City for the league. I'm like, wait, what?
Mate, I've said it. I predicted City to win the league.
You
But
did.
it's not one game. It's 3 years of history. We're looking at history,
Yeah.
aren't we?
I'm also looking at
But
Pep
last-
against
okay,
3 years in a
Arteta.
row.
But
We didn't
Buvey,
talk
last year
about
they
it as a
finished
thing.
above you.
Huh?
Last year they finished above
And they
you.
still came second. How embarrassing is that?
I'm looking at
How
Pep against
embarrassing is
Arteta.
that?
No,
They
but
finally
hang
come
on.
above Guardiola.
No, but Buvey,
finally.
Buvey.
Took an ACL to Rodri to pop off.
I think you're
right?
being too clever.
Bosh.
No,
They
but you're,
still
being,
come
you're
second.
being too clever.
Bosh.
You're being too clever. You're being cryptic with the argument. You know you are.
All right, lads.
I'm saying, you presented it 3 years of Arteta versus Guardiola, and I'm saying that in the most recent of those 3 years,
Yeah.
he finished above you.
But within that,
And then you went, well, Liverpool.
But within that is the reason why I don't know
His
you.
goal isn't to, this is Arsenal Football Club. This is little old Man City. His goal isn't. His goal's to
Nobody's
finish
called
third.
you that. Nobody's called you that since about 2006.
But his goal isn't to finish above Manchester City. Who cares if you're
No,
an
but
Arsenal fan?
yours-
It's about coming top
But
of the
isn't that the
table.
problem exists within that? They finally finished above City and they didn't win the league, and that's part of the reason why.
Is there okay, what about
That's
this then? Is there
because
something
Arteta
symbolic
because
that
of the
they
whole
did
thing.
finish above City last year? They got the hood off their back.
But they
beat
did, and they
you.
didn't
They
win the
beat
league.
you.
What's more
They took
symbolic,
4
Ross? I'll
points
tell
off
you
you.
what's more symbolic, Ross. They're the biggest bottlers in the history of this format of the competition. No Premier League side's ever come second 3 years in a row. They're the biggest bottlers since Kevin Keegan's Newcastle
I think you're being
United.
very harsh. When you look at the
100%.
next few fixtures, I think everybody has conceded that international break to international break, Arsenal's fixtures were perfect. Man City, Liverpool had tricky fixtures in that international break period. Off the back of this international break, however, Manchester City's fixture list suddenly looks a little bit more forgiving, and Arsenal's fixtures, particularly in 1 week. In 1 week, they go Tottenham, Bayern Munich in the middle, Chelsea.
Well, they should have beaten Sunderland then. Why didn't they beat Sunderland? Why?
What do you think? Do you feel like
Although City have got
They
Newcastle
were the
away,
championship
Palace
last
away,
season.
which are really
Newcastle
difficult.
away?
They were in the
Oh, no,
championship
right
last season,
now, yeah,
Sunderland.
that's more dangerous on
We're talking
paper.
about Sunderland like they're prime AC Milan. I mean, they were in the Championship,
them coming up
mid-table
at the Etihad
this time
too.
last
Relax.
year. They were in the Championship. This is Arsenal Football Club.
Okay, what are you saying then, Buvey?
should
At the
have made-
moment,
they should have
you're 4 points behind Arsenal.
Yeah, they'll
Do
drop,
you
they'll drop
believe-
points to Chelsea, 100%. They usually do. Villa away, and by Bruges,
Do you think they beat Tottenham?
they'll be worried about Wolves.
Do you think Arsenal beat Tottenham?
Could be a draw.
If they beat Tottenham, that will be the statement.
They'll lose
back.
to you
off
lot.
the back of dropping points
They
to
always lose.
Sunderland.
You know, if
Off
you
the
know
back
if-
of dropping points to Sunderland, they beat Tottenham. Then you're
we
We
fearing.
smashed
City are
Newcastle.
away at Newcastle.
Yeah, we smash them.
Arsenal are at home to Spurs,
Yeah.
and the gap closes.
Yeah, they smash them. They smash them.
So do you both honestly think? Because I want you to be correct here, but I disagree with you. Do you both honestly believe that over the next few fixtures, next 3 to 5 fixtures, Manchester City will be top of the league?
I think by Christmas, City are top of the league.
Buvey?
Yep.
And I think City win the league regardless of whether that's
Really?
a
I do.
fact
I
or not.
really want you to be correct, but I don't think.
What
you
we'll
are.
see from this Arsenal side, they'll be 1-0 up against Tottenham. They'll look very, very good, and they'll put 10 men behind the ball,
I think
and
they
they'll draw
always
1-0.
beat Tottenham.
My-
I think
my-
they beat
my
Tottenham,
words.
but they don't win the
They
league.
always beat Tottenham. Mate, do you know Tottenham? I've got a lot of Arsenal fans in my life. Tottenham, play a game with me. Since Arsenal moved to the Emirates, they've played Tottenham 36 times. How many
Wow.
times have Tottenham won?
3.
Twice.
Bang on.
Wow.
Can you believe it? Twice.
David Bentley, one of them?
That was a draw.
That was 4.
They celebrate it as a draw, but they celebrate it as a victory, but it was a draw. Yeah, amazing. Can I just ask you both something very quickly? We're talking about the title race. Adam, you're saying that Man City will be top by Christmas. Buvey, you're agreeing. You're being quite snide to Arsenal. You've backed it up with reason.
I'm not being
Nobody
snide to-
said
I
the
think
word.
Arsenal-
No,
You're
you're
being
not.
snide.
Buvey was. But neither of you have said the word Liverpool or on a slot or anything close to that. Bearing in mind they are the reigning champions. Are you just totally discounting them from any
Not
kind
like
of title?
Liverpool to try and outdo themselves with the worst defence of a title ever, is it?
No, they won't beat our record for that, I think.
Yeah, this Liverpool side, they're just rubbish, lads. I mean, let's just call it as it is. They got enough to get into the top 4, enough to come third, and maybe have a run at the title. Maybe if they can put some form together in March and April.
I don't
But
think there's no run at the title.
what I'm saying is they could be 10, 15 points off and get real close. Is what I'm saying. By the end of May, they could be really close to the top because they've got such a good squad. Isaac starts banging, but they're a million miles away, aren't they?
I hate to say, I was right about a lot of things. Remember in the summer I was saying Frimpong ain't it? He's not going to be the right back that they think he is. I was less, to be fair, I didn't say anything about Kirkers. I thought Kirkers was excellent for Bournemouth. I was talking about Florian Wirtz. He's not it. I was right, man.
No, you've been right. Yeah,
I
yeah.
said Salah's going to drop off.
Yeah.
Dropped off.
I mean, you did also stint it, but yeah.
Yeah, and look what's happening. And look what's happening.
Yeah.
Maybe I've
Mate,
finally
you lost
become-
at the home of battered cod.
Grimsby.
Long time ago, that.
How bad do you think this Florian Wirtz issue is? Do you feel like he comes good? Do you feel like ultimately we're looking at let's try and transport ourselves, right? In a decade's time, is Florian Wirtz one of the best Premier League players of all time?
No.
Is he a Premier League winner?
No, he's back on loan next
He
year.
could stay,
Do you think?
he
Yeah,
could stay
Leipzig.
at Liverpool and win a league title, though. Without
You think he's
being
back?
a
No,
key
but
player.
what Buvey said there, it's big what he said. He said he's back on loan at Leipzig next year.
I mean,
What's he
at
good at?
Leverkusen.
What's he good at?
He said Leipzig. Fair enough.
I actually don't know what he's good at, lads. I don't know what he's good at. I really don't know what
I
he's
think
good
he's
at.
great. He
Now,
just
you
looks
know
so
what he's
lightweight.
good at, but he's not the
What's he good
player
at?
for the Premier League.
Well, give me the quality he's good at.
He's
Then.
On the ball
aesthetically, he's
vision.
great
He's got
on the
no
eye.
power, no pace, no belief,
Yeah,
no
he-
determination, no end product, no goals, no
You need
assists.
all of that in the
Can't
Premier
pass a ball, can't pass wind. I mean, what are we doing? It's money laundering. 125 million quid for this. I mean, come on.
Did you anticipate it being this bad for him?
No, I was gassing him
I
up
thought
in the summer. I'm not gonna lie. You see his goals for the one against Scotland. Remember that? I mean, it was scary
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
5-1.
against Scotland.
Yeah, that was
Scotland
amazing.
haven't been
Euros.
good since the 90s.
Yeah, but anytime you
Yeah.
score against Scotland, I don't care. It's beautiful for me. But I can't
What,
believe how
even a
bad he
German?
is. Yeah, German, anyone.
Well, anyone scores against Scotland is
Yeah, I
good
love
news.
it.
for you.
I'm in ecstasy. But I can't believe how bad he was. I really can't.
Yeah. Is there
And
title
there's things,
charge?
because he's aesthetically very pleasing, there's always going to be things that make players go, oh. You know, like the back heel. Oh, that.
So
There's
do you
a
think
player
they're
in there,
flipped?
but
Do you
I just
think-
don't think he's ever going
Do you
to
think their title charge is over?
hope so. I just touched.
Just 10% max.
10%
I just
is
think
quite
City
a
are
lot.
the favourites, man. It's over.
Yeah,
10% is
1
quite a
in
lot,
10.
considering
so
that
if you're reigning
they're-
champion, you spent £500 million. 1 in 10, shocking.
And we're a quarter of the way through the season.
£500 million.
I'll tell you something else that we've noticed this Premier League season so far. Manchester United have had an upturn that I didn't necessarily anticipate.
I can't believe it.
Adam McKola, are Manchester United now genuine
Are we back?
contenders
Oh.
for the top 4?
I think, look, things can change very quickly in football. And like the last international break, we were all talking about Amorim not surviving, if you remember. we looked at the fixtures coming up. We saw Liverpool on the horizon and Sunderland on the horizon, and we thought, oh, Man United, he might not be in a job next international break. This was going to be when Jim Ratcliffe was going to change things up at Man United. So things can change very quickly, but we do seem much more settled. We do seem like between the manager and the playing staff, they've kind of found a balance of working to his system and also being a little bit more direct, a little bit more, getting the ball forward to the front players a little bit quicker. The likes of De Ligt is really, really settled at Manchester United. He's showing the kind of leader that he can be. I think there's still an issue in the midfield. And you look at Casemiro, can't really do more than 60, 65 minutes, although he has had a big upturn in performance. I'm not really sure on Ugarte yet. And I still think Bruno Fernandes is better further upfield. But generally, it feels good. All our new signings are playing well. And Bumo's been incredible.
Wait.
No, not all
Benjamin
of them.
Sesko.
He's been doing all
The
right.
chance against Tottenham at the end. Come on.
Yeah, he should have done better
on.
from there. But if you looked at him against
A lot of money,
Sunderland,
mate.
against Brighton, when he came on against Liverpool,
Yeah, I
I
like
thought
him,
it was a
but-
handful. His link-up
you
play
can't-
was very good.
You can't say he's been a success.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
has not been a successful signing so far.
He has been a lot better than Rasmus Højlund.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's,
know,
that's
but
a low
With his
bench.
back, look at like
That's
okay,
the lowest
he-
benchmark in the history of
hopefully he
modern
would have
football.
scored more goals, but still he has been. Yeah, and also he didn't start against Liverpool and Spurs. But when he came on against Liverpool, he was very good in holding up the ball, linking up the play. And against Brighton, if you look at his performance against Brighton, he was a big reason why Cunha and Mbeumo were finding themselves in spaces. So I do think he has brought something different to United. And obviously, you'd like him to score more goals.
I can't believe when you make substitutions in the
And
second half.
Saint-Lamain looks good.
Looks amazing, but I can't believe the drop off in the second half with you guys because the substitutes when they come on, it's like a whole different Man United side. The first 60% of the game when you have that starting 11 with Bruno, Casemiro, all these guys, it's amazing, and it looks like you could beat anyone. But the drop off with the subs you make, because you have to make subs, of course, everyone has to make subs. It is staggering.
I also
Obviously,
think a
you
little
guys
bit
one
of
of them.
against Spurs was fatigue, I think, and it shows you like maybe one game a week isn't helping. Obviously, we're in this situation for a reason right now. But we need to get that fitness up to really put in a performance for 90 minutes. And I thought against Spurs, they were there for the taking. I didn't know why we kind of held on to a 1-0 lead because when they went 2-1 up, we had 10 men, we went for a goal and we got a goal immediately. And it kind of felt like that could have been a 2-0 rather than chasing it and getting it back to 2-2. But again, against Liverpool, against Brighton, against Spurs, we have shown resilience in that when things have gone against us, we've dug in a little bit and made sure we've got the 4-2 against Brighton, made sure we got the winner against Liverpool and grabbed the draw against Spurs. But things can change very quickly, but it's good to feel good right now.
Yeah, I do feel like you're moving in the right direction though. But we do have to have a conversation about Kobe Mainoo.
Yeah. I've got a theory.
Okay.
He obviously wants to go out on loan because right now he's behind Bruno Fernandes and Bruno Fernandes doesn't get subbed. This is what we should do. Send him to Brighton on loan. He can play with Baleba. Listen to this. Them two can learn how to play with each other, do all of that. We say to Brighton, yeah, take Kobe for free for 6 months, but sort us out on the deal for Baleba in the summer. We bring them both back.
Still want
Bada
Baleba.
bing,
But if you
bada
want
boom.
Baleba after this,
Still
have you
want
watched
Baleba.
Baleba this
Mate,
season?
you can't judge a player off a couple of months, though.
You were about to spend 100 million quid on.
Yeah, the
last
price
season.
will go down. The price is going down.
We're judging him on less time than you were judging him on when you were saying
No, he
signing.
was great.
No,
all
we're
last
judging him
season.
on more time. Yeah, you're saying you can't judge him on 6 months. I'm
100
saying we're
mil.
judging him on 18 months. You were judging him on 6 months last season when you wanted to sign him.
12 months, isn't it?
He
Yeah.
wasn't good for 12 months.
Yeah, and then,
He was really
He was
good.
good for about 3 months.
And he's also a very talented player. But trust me, we should do that.
100 mil.
I would.
I think we can fight for fifth, fourth.
I
Is that
agree.
what your aim
I
is?
agree.
Full spot. Finish above Liverpool.
If you get fourth and finish behind Liverpool, you're still happy, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it'd be nice to finish above them. especially
Man
if
United
there was
can't
a
finish
chat.
fourth.
They can come
they?
fifth. They can definitely come fifth. I can't believe I'm saying
Look,
that.
above
Arsenal
who
and
then?
City are the top
So
two.
you think that means that they could finish
I
above?
worry about you, and I'm not trying to wind you up. I worry about you. I don't know
No.
about Tottenham. I don't know about Newcastle.
Manchester
Villa
United
We'll
look
finish
good.
above Tottenham.
Manchester United won't finish above Villa.
What?
Not Villa. No, I didn't say that.
Villa?
Villa?
No. Villa
Yeah.
finish above you. A million.
Of course they do. They're brilliant.
But Newcastle, we don't know.
About 2 weeks ago, they were horrendous.
No.
it's
They're,
bad,
they're
it's
way
bad.
better.
They had
than
a
you.
bad start.
Come
Yeah.
on.
They had a bad start.
We
but
finished
they
above
sorted it
Villa and
out.
Spurs.
Let's show some respect
Above
to
Villa.
Villa, man. They're a
We
Champions
finish
League-
above Villa and
They're a
Spurs.
former Champions League club more recently than you.
We finish above Villa and Spurs.
You don't finish
It's whether we
above-
finish above Chelsea, Liverpool,
You don't finish above Villa.
No.
Of course you don't.
Villa too good.
Arsenal and City.
Mate, Rodgers won't allow it.
But Newcastle drop out, Chelsea drop out.
No,
There's
it's anyone.
options.
You know when you're looking in your mirror and you're seeing like the team's chasing you. Like if you're an Arsenal fan and you're looking in the mirror, at one point they were seeing Sunderland and then another point they were seeing Tottenham and Bournemouth, and suddenly they're seeing Pep Guardiola. It's very different.
It's different. They can hear them hooves.
Yeah, it's very different. But I'm thinking for the top
Are Chelsea
four,
in the title race, or are
Chelsea
you
not
looking
in
to be the best
title
of the
race.
rest?
Of course not. No.
Why not? You're 6 points off.
No, we're not in the
Butlers.
title race.
If they're in the title race, it's the worst season of all time.
Are City in the
Yeah,
title
that's
race?
unnecessary. You're only just in it, so don't worry about that.
Are City in the title race?
City are in the title race. of
Have we
course.
got 2 more points than you?
No, but that doesn't matter.
Do you not
does
watch Chelsea every week?
It would be like going to Tottenham in a title race. We've only got 2 more points than them.
Yeah, but they've got 4 points less than City. So,
Yeah, okay. Sunderland in the title race.
Yeah, you got to worry about Sunderland, mate. You're talking about Villa.
you know what's funny,
Villa
Booth?
above you right now.
Booth.
Sunderland above you right now.
Booth.
They're a championship club last
you would have
season.
loved it, Booth. You know when Sunderland scored the late winner against Chelsea?
Yeah.
We were in the pub and there was 2.
They were
tinier than him, by the way.
There were 2 Sunderland fans, and I was taller than both of them combined. Mate, they could have got on each
Father
other's.
and son
These
as well.
2 Sunderland
They're father
fans,
and son.
they could have got on each other's shoulders, and I was still taller than the pair of them.
And they jumped on his back. They
Fucking
were giving
attacked
it
me.
to him.
Sunderland scored, and they
borrowers.
both jumped on me.
crazy.
Yeah, it was the borrowers, man.
Best ever.
It was. I felt like Michael Jordan being attacked by Muggsy Bogues. Yeah,
It was
mate.
so good.
It was
As soon as the goal went in, I was like,
Mate, I
they're
thought it was
gonna
my
get
stag
Rory.
do, and they were going to handcuff me to it. Yeah, they were chatting to me in such like thick Geordie accents.
They're father and son, you do know that, innit?
I didn't know they were father
Yeah,
and son.
father and son.
Yeah, they were both shouting at me in like that thick northeastern dialect. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you two
They
are
jumped
talking
on
about.
his back. They were celebrating the goal. Singing,
They're loving life right now.
singing Sunderland were top of the league.
Yeah.
They're loving life. Then they draw with Arsenal after that. I mean, it's incredible.
No, they're amazing. I love Sunderland as well.
Yeah, yeah, great club.
Great
Talking
club,
about
great history.
Sunderland, Newcastle, eh?
I'm kind of enjoying this as well, if I'm
It's
honest.
funny, isn't it?
I'm kind of enjoying this. I mean, a lot of people said that this could happen to them, and they were totally dismissed, totally derided. Like, it's just, the plan when the Saudi PIF took over, and it was going to be like Project Win the League, Operation Mbappe, and all that. And it's just gone so stale.
But you're right about that. But I got swept up this summer because I thought Alanga was great business. Voltamada, fine, whatever.
Why do
Ramsey
you think
coming
Alanga
in.
was great business? Like, he was a
For
decent...
50 million quid, one of the best wingers in the league. Like, he's young.
He's not one of the best
Do you think
wingers in the
he's
league. That's the
course
problem.
he is.
He's
It's
not.
not, mate.
You played for Nottingham Forest and you got him into the Champions League. He was exceptional last season. I'm not going to take that.
He worked.
He's
Chris
not one
Wood
of the
had a
best-
great season for Forest.
so
You
did
wouldn't say
Callum
he's the best
Hudson-Odoi.
striker in the league.
He was one of the best wingers in the league. Of course he was.
No. Anthony Elanga
So
is
what, he's one of the worst wingers in the league?
No. There's a medium though, isn't there? There's somewhere in between though, isn't there?
Shit.
No. Yeah, you know that huge area
Yeah,
in
yeah.
between the two words you said.
He's good. He wasn't,
Yeah.
he was perfectly
Yeah.
10th out of 20.
Mate, so what you're saying is he's one of the worst. No, I didn't say anything like that.
His numbers are never great, so I'm not going to use
In
numbers.
the Premier League, he's certainly not top 10 wingers.
But Neto was one of the best wingers in the league for Wolves. He goes to Chelsea for big money. He's a similar level to Neto.
no, he's not.
No.
He is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Neto is a totally different kind of player.
different kind of winger, but a similar
Elanga
level.
worked at,
Pedro Neto
worked
is
at
so much
Forest
better
because
than
he's
Anthony
so
Elanga.
He's
quick.
so much better than
And they
Neto's
played on the
crap
counter-attack.
himself. Alanga's, I'd rather have Alanga.
Newcastle don't play on the
City.
counter attack like that.
Oh, if you're-
Neto's crap.
Oh, so you're saying he's one of the worst in the
But what I'm saying is, I did like Alanga. I like Ramsey. I like Voltamada. Obviously, Ramsdale comes in. That's a.
It felt like a summer though where there was no real plan to what they were doing.
Your card is marked. If you
was just-
sign Aaron Ramsdale and you're a good big club in
not
the
their number
Champions
one
League,
Can I tell you something else
your
about
card's
him?
marked.
I'll tell you
You're
something else.
fucked.
Anthony Gordon is a distinctly average player.
He looks like Claire Baldwin.
He's going to be starting for England at the World Cup.
He is. But Anthony Gordon is better than Anthony Elanga.
Of course he is, yeah.
And Anthony Gordon is
rubbish,
pretty rubbish. Like, so they've signed someone that goes into their club as their second best winger, who's not even better than a fairly average winger that they have as their best winger. Put that in your pipe and
Yeah,
smoke.
but I like Alanga, so I'm not going to sit here and I
you
like
still
Alanga.
But who's better,
If
Elanga or Gordon?
But he's better than Harvey Barnes.
Who's better, Elanga or Gordon?
Alanga plays on the right, Gordon plays off the
Right,
left.
who's a better winger?
But he's not
They're-
the right
they're
player
very similar.
for Newcastle. He worked at Forest because they were hitting on the counter attack. He had all this space to just burst into. He's
doesn't
one of
wanna
the
be
quickest
there
players in
either.
the league.
Anthony
Like,
Gordon doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Anthony Gordon,
He's
where
had
did he
poor
wanna go?
season.
Liverpool. He's desperate to sign for Liverpool. He started saying,
That's why he
when they were
snaked
talking about
Everton.
when they were talking about Alexander Isak, he was like, "Yeah, of course he wants to sign for Liverpool. It makes
do
total
I,
sense." Yeah, but he nearly went the year before, didn't he?
Because he thanked him on Instagram as well.
Yeah, he went
got
public
stick
with it,
for
yeah.
innit?
You worry about Eddie Howe, don't you, defensively?
you-
This Newcastle side reminds me of when he got relegated with Bournemouth. I know they had major injuries, Bournemouth, whole different squad, but he was very open defensively, wasn't that? Bournemouth squad was very open.
Yeah, but lots of people are being very kind to Eddie Howe. Do you hear Jamie Carragher? Jamie Carragher basically said that Newcastle have let Eddie Howe down. And
Kind of right though, because Eddie Howe has built them into a position
it's
where
both.
okay, where they won the Carabao Cup, right? They were Champions League team 2 out of the last 3 years, is it?
Mm.
And
look,
surely, like, they should. The summer that they had, like, they were chasing all these players. None of them wanted.
Mate,
to
I
join
rate
them.
Howe. I think Howe's done a brilliant job. I wanted Howe for England manager. I still do want Howe for England manager, right? I think he's a very, very good manager. But you can't insulate any manager from criticism when your team are languishing at the bottom of the league. Every manager whose team is at the bottom of the league has to take at least some of the responsibility.
But then how far do we take it? He shouldn't be sacked. He's their best manager maybe in modern history, at least 50 years. And people say maybe he should be sacked.
I don't think he's their best manager.
He's better than Bobby Robson. Of course he's better than Bobby Robson. He won them a trophy and got them into Champions League twice.
Yeah, that doesn't mean nothing.
Bobby Robson's a bigger legend in football. Of course he is, compared to Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe's not better.
Eddie Howe's a bigger Newcastle United managerial legend than
Kenny
Bobby
Dalglish
Robson.
is a better manager than Eddie Howe. Kenny Dalglish
He's a better
won a league.
manager. He's not a bigger legend. Winning a trophy for Newcastle United against Liverpool is bigger than anything
No, but Kenny
we've seen for
Dalglish
Newcastle.
was Newcastle manager, and he would be a better manager than Eddie Howe.
He's a higher level manager, won the league title with Blackburn, of course. But Eddie Howe achieved something that no manager's done for 70 years. That's staggering.
Yeah, I'm not.
Do you think he should be sacked then?
No, I don't think he should be sacked.
Could he end up getting sacked?
Can this situation occur? You know, when we talk about it, we make it very binary, Booth. We kind of go, what you're saying he should be sacked? No. Is this possible? He's taken them as far as he can go. Sometimes there's just like a shelf life of a manager at a club. He's done a brilliant job, but ultimately it's effectively run its course.
I don't know another manager that could get them back into the Champions League next season.
But I don't think they're a
Eddie
Champions
Howe.
League club.
Also, they could very easily like have a recovery and get
That
Europa
team's
League
not a
football.
Champions League team.
They got a great
They've done
midfield.
well in the Champions League.
They got a great midfield.
They've done well in the Champions League. It's not a Champions League team.
Everyone's done well in the Champions League because they're English clubs. Like Tottenham are doing well in the Champions League. Everyone's doing well in the
But they
Champions
got
League.
in last season.
The
Why did they
amount
get
of
in last
money
season?
swishing around the Premier League means
Because that
that,
Isaac.
like, do you know this?
So Eddie Howe's had to get rid of Isaac. It's not his fault.
Do you know that 6 English teams are in the Champions League?
Yeah.
The other night, I was driving. I had it all on. 5 of the 6. 5 on the radio. I had it all on the radio. Ollie. I'm listening to it. I was on a long drive, right? Chelsea played early. We drew.
Yeah. Against who?
Over
Carrier
both-
bag.
Yeah. Over both nights,
That's embarrassing.
every single team.
We've not talked about it on the podcast.
Over both nights, every single team. won.
Carrier bag.
I tell you why it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because when you drop
Oh, you
points to
can just-
Carabao,
it doesn't
it
matter.
genuinely doesn't matter,
matter.
which is a shame.
I know.
Like that should put Chelsea in a
Yeah, it's
crisis,
rubbish,
but it
yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah.
But look, I think that English teams winning in the Champions League kind of is meaningless at this stage. We dominate Europe.
But what I'm saying is he got them into the Champions League in the first place last season. He's lost Isaac. That's not his decision. That's the club's decision. They've replaced him with Visser. We don't know if that's his decision or not. That's a terrible transfer. He's not even available. He might not play any. They could have got him for free in a year's time.
Where
He's not even
did
kicked a goal.
Newcastle finish this year? If they keep Eddie Howe,
They could recover and
Top-
get
top eight?
Europa League.
Top 8,
Yeah,
top
they could
7?
recover and get Europa
They're a
League.
great. They've got
But they need to
great
recover quick.
midfield.
It is
Still
funny,
got a borderline world class midfield.
I don't think they're as good as everybody seems to think they are.
midfield.
Borderline world class. Bruno G, Tonali. That's
Tonali's the
outstanding.
only one borderline world class.
Yeah.
Bruno G's close. Very good footballer.
Bruno G's
Of
not.
course he is. He
I
is.
think Tonali is the only one as well.
Bruno G's just a loud mouth.
No, Bruno G's top quality.
I
I just don't rate Newcastle for some reason. I don't even care.
Look at them.
no, you look at
Bruno G starts for Man
mate,
United.
why do you love them so much?
They're top quality. They won a trophy last season.
More than you did, I suppose. More than you did.
That's nasty from you.
Nah.
Yours doesn't even count. The
We won
Conference
2,
League.
mate.
The Conference
We won
League.
2. How many did you win?
The Conference League.
Conference League don't count.
Put your hands up if you won a
Conference
trophy.
don't
Put your hands up if you won a trophy last season.
Come in
Keep
second.
them up while I count, Buvey.
Wait a second.
Keep them up
Coming
while I
second
count.
in the FA Cup
Adam,
is bigger
keep
than the
them up while I
Conference League.
count. Who won silverware last
Coming
season?
second in the FA Cup is
sorry,
better
who won
than the
silver?
Conference League.
You didn't come second in the FA Cup.
We got to the final and lost. So we came second in the FA Cup final. We
No,
came second.
there's winners and
There's
losers in the FA
a
Cup.
couple of words for that. It's a runners up.
Yeah.
Actually.
That was a bad day at the office. It really was. Let's talk about the promoted clubs. Is there a good chance none of them go down?
There's a chance that 2 of them survive, 1 will go.
One will.
So Sunderland, there's no point discussing them. They're
they're
basically
easy.
safe anyway. That's their biggest achievement already.
Yeah.
We're talking about, can they get into Europe and stuff like that?
Sunderland,
No,
are
they're gonna
gutless.
they're gonna
I
survive.
just love Sunderland.
Sunderland
What a
need to finish above Newcastle this year.
That'll be great.
They have.
club. Yeah. Beat them as well. Beat them.
Yeah.
Beat them when they beat
When
them
do they
home
play?
and away.
Can we do that
Beat
game?
them home and away.
Can we do
Yeah,
that?
Alpha. We've got to be doing that game. Sunderland. We've got to be doing it.
Sunderland, Newcastle.
Sunderland, Newcastle.
Burnley and Leeds, their kind of results have dipped a little bit. Wolves have obviously made a change, bringing someone like Rob Edwards in. So some of these incumbent clubs, like we thought Brentford were going to get relegated, they're outperforming. So Burnley and Leeds are under a little bit of pressure, aren't they?
Who else is down there? Wolves.
What, in terms of going down? And it's West Ham and they're picking
Forest
up
are
points.
safe now, isn't it?
West Ham are
safe.
picking up points. Do you know who
Forest
could
are
get
safe.
sucked in? Fulham.
Yeah,
Fulham could get sucked in. I mean, Newcastle United are averaging basically a point a game.
they'll be fine. They'll be
I
fine.
know they
Newcastle
will
will be fine.
be. I know they will be.
Fulham sack Marco Silva potentially. I'm seeing rumours of that.
Can't.
I'm seeing rumours.
The only reason they could survive is Marco Silva, let alone...
Forest have got Sean Dyche. They're fine.
Like in the summer, isn't he?
I think Forest are in big trouble, but will probably do well under Dyche.
They'll be
Forest
fine.
don't go down.
They'll be
No,
fine.
they'll be fine.
I think West
They'll
Ham
be
under
mid-table.
Espirito Santo are going to be fine.
Yeah. So Wolves are the only incumbents that are really under pressure.
Wolves are in big trouble.
What do you think of Rob Edwards taking that job?
I think he's a Judas bastard. I think he's a Judas bastard. And I hate what he's done. And he's done it for absolutely no reason. He's turned his back on a brilliant club like Middlesbrough. And I think he's
They're
a
doing well.
disgrace.
They're doing-
And I tell
they're
you
doing
what I
well.
really hope happens. I really hope that Middlesbrough come up and Wolves go down and he can put that in his pipe. Judas horror. That's what he's done. And I think it's an absolute disgrace. I really do. And he's and do you know what? He wants to be nearer his family. Well, hang on a minute. Am I looking up the motorway here and seeing Middlesbrough moving? Is it suddenly in a different location to the job that you took? You took a job that was however far from your family. Suddenly you're like, oh, it's a bit far from my family. Oh fuck, Middlesbrough's moved. How's that happened? The entire city has moved.
Yeah.
I didn't realise I took a job.
Newcastle he wouldn't have left.
I didn't realise I took a job this far. Yeah, so I think I really, really dislike him. And Wolves as a club I quite like. But I now want them to go down because I want Rob Edwards. In fact, I want him to get sacked this year. I want him to go to Wolves, get sacked, and Wolves still go down. And
There's a
Middlesbrough
good
come
chance
up.
that happens.
And he waves at Middlesbrough on
There's a good chance that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing well in the championship.
Please clip that. Yeah.
Yeah. Clip that. I want that clip. Put it out there. At him. At
Invite collaborator
Rob Edwards. Yeah, also, who does he think he is? He's a crap manager. Do you know what I mean?
Not a crap manager.
Crap manager.
I'm not taking that, Boris.
Don't take it.
He's maybe the Middlesbrough thing. You're right, but he's not a crap manager.
Mate, he took Luton League One.
into the Premier League.
Luton, he took them back to League One.
Yeah, because of the ownership.
He
and
took
stuff
a
like that.
Premier
Squad
League
was
club
rubbish.
to League One, Buvey.
He took a
Premier League
League
club.
One. No, but he took a League One club
he
into
took
the
an
Premier League.
established Premier League club in Luton. And he took them to League One.
Yeah, established. Luton Town.
They established themselves for a year.
Yeah.
What about your boys,
decent.
Covey?
Oh, my boys, Coventry, mate, they're just too good. Super Frank Lampard. What a man, what a manager. The graft involved to just fight and prove everyone wrong that he can do.
Let's make some final predictions. So Wolves go down,
Yeah,
Right.
with Rob Edwards.
and who are the two that go down alongside? For me, it's just Burnley and Leeds.
No, one survive. I don't know who. I really want one to survive.
Daniel Farker in it, Leeds.
I can't believe
sure
that
about
Leeds have come
Burnley.
up and they have put their faith in Dominic Calvert-Lewin scoring enough goals to keep him. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Leeds
Weird,
won.
isn't it?
Leeds go.
And
Probably Burnley.
It's Leeds and Burnley, isn't it? Let's be real.
Unless, I want this to happen. Could it go wrong for West Ham?
No.
No.
Not with Nuno.
No, I agree.
No
with
way.
you.
And they can
it
spend
can't go
money.
wrong for the Nottingham Forest either, can it?
No,
Dice.
Forest
By
are
the way,
fine.
you could tell our producer's an Arsenal fan, innit? 2025-26 Premier League table without VAR errors.
Oh,
You
yeah.
like love this
Yeah,
shit,
this
don't
is
you?
so
that makes
alpha
City closer
Arsenal,
to
innit?
Arsenal.
Yeah.
That makes City closer to Arsenal than we
Yeah,
currently
but
are.
still, like, Arsenal fans only know where to find this. Like, I don't even know where to find this kind of thing.
Yeah. Where do you find these weird tables?
It is preparation. It is preparation.
Yeah, he's doing his job.
What
Yeah.
What VAR
But we're
decisions
gonna
could
dig
we
him out for
possibly
it.
be talking about? Is this the Van Dijk one where they should have equalised or whatever? It's just like
Can I just ask him?
Robertson was offside. It's the easiest decision of all time.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you know, if the goal's given, everyone goes. Robertson's
He's in the guy's way. I don't
He's in the goal.
care. It's obvious.
No, it's an obvious goal to be disallowed correctly.
Yeah.
Like, Andy Robertson can't stand there.
Yeah.
Why'd he duck then? Why'd he duck? Because it's going in his path.
You can't. Ducking is a motion in itself. Like,
Yeah.
Donnarumma doesn't save it. Doesn't matter. Two Donnarummas don't save it. It's impossible to save that header. It's a brilliant header from Van Dijk. But the problem isn't with the ref. The problem is with Andy Robertson for not clearing out.
But
What other
VAR
weird-
is still a problem, isn't it?
VAR's a problem, yeah. But not as much of a problem as producers who like us to talk about weird tables being formulated. Who would have won the league over the past 2 seasons if goals from set pieces didn't count? That's that next on
Arsenal
the
get
club.
relegated.
Coming up next on the club.
Arsenal get relegated. I think. Look, just to round it off, then I think VAR is a disgrace, and it's getting worse every season. And the Premier League as a product is being completely diminished because of VAR, and it's not getting better. It's not, is it? It's not getting better.
No.
So Alpha has asked, if we had one thing to fix about VAR, what would it be? Basically, just scrap it.
Of course.
Yes,
I think keep
fit for
automated
purpose.
offsides, goal line technology.
But we don't
Yeah,
even
that's
have
been the
automated offsides in it. We still don't have that, do we?
I don't think we need automated offsides. Offside is fine. Just goal line technology.
Yeah, all right.
These guys are clowns.